it was a small gig in a small place in Geneva, and the place basically we had this old stuff lying around. It's been here for a few months. It was we opened the bottle and the bottle went psh.
Okay.
And
and the public went, okay. Let's get out of this place.
Basically, we emptied the hall in like 2 minutes, and the owner of the club came in the middle of the set. Yo, you guys gotta stop! You gotta stop! And we're like, oh no, fuck you, bomb!
He literally was looking for a dead animal on the backstage.
Welcome to the 62nd episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the mathcore adjacent communities. If you beautiful people in chat have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in. I'll try to read them aloud. If you like to sub for $5, you get access to some exclusive emotes, as well as access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and streaming services. If you're watching this on YouTube, listening to this in your car, I have no idea what I'm talking about. The show is first shown live on Twitch. Join us every Sunday and Wednesday at twitch.tv/the Cast That Ends Creation for the live cast. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest tonight. He dropped their new album, Impermanence, back in March through Artisan Era Records. Welcome in Stortregn? Is that it? Stortregn?
No way, man.
It's not?
Stortregn.
Stortregn. Oh, that's way easier. Yeah. That's way easier than I thought. Okay. Well, tell us who you are, what you do in the band.
All right. So basically, I'm Duran Bathija. This is Manuel Barrios, Sam Jacubek. And he's the bassist, I'm guitarist, he's the drummer for Stortregn. Romain Negro and Johan Smith send their apologies. They couldn't make it for today, but we're here to represent.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into it. Your name, Stortregn, means downpour in Swedish. Why name your band that?
Well, that's a bit of a tricky question because none of us three were there at the inception of the band.
Okay.
But basically, it's Johan is half Swedish, and with the influence of the early bands, well, their early influences, which were Dissection, Nagelfar, and so on. It made sense to have a Swedish word for the band name.
Okay. Y'all have actually changed your sound up a lot. You call yourselves black and death metal, but now I wouldn't say that's necessarily it. What do you say your genre is currently?
Well, I'd say, I don't know, extreme metal.
Okay.
It's a bit complicated because we're taking influences from many different areas, many different styles, and so on. So I don't think we can. It's hard to pigeonhole ourselves, if that makes sense.
Right. And that's a good thing too.
Yeah, I mean, because the music is based in black and death metal. It is melodic. You know what? Let's keep it to that.
Okay.
I suppose that works for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Black and technical melodic death metal. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, we can add epic. We can add whatever you want. But you know.
Jazz.
No, I mean, I just think that it's nowadays we can come up with it. Every band has its different style of metal, you know. So
right.
Let's keep it general. Let's keep it accessible, and so on.
All right.
No need to pigeonhole.
How did you guys end up joining the band? If y'all just want to tell how each of y'all came in.
So maybe I'd say you want to start or. No. No. So basically, what happened was that Romain and Johan started the band way back in 2006, 2007-ish, and the band evolved, the sound evolved. Let's say that the technique has improved on each album, right? And that it's been like that since the beginning. So at one point, I suppose I wasn't there, so I can't really say. But at one point, they have their previous drummer before Sam. He was maybe not cutting it. He wanted to go other ways and so on. They ended up for a few months without a drummer. And if I remember, you joined to record Invocation of Light. If you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you joined first as a session drummer.
Exactly.
And then basically he was good enough.
No, I actually listened to some of the really early stuff, and yeah, the difference in like technique is huge. You're such a good addition to the band. The other guy was more just like straightforward and a lot more technical.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then I joined the band when the previous bassist, he's a childhood friend of mine, so he recommended me as a bassist to join the band. And so I was like, you know what, go, let's I like the music, let's play along. And eventually gigs just started pouring in, and I started composing as well. And from what I see, once again, the technique on guitars were increasing, and it was becoming a bit tough for Romain to play guitars and sing at the same time. So I suggested, you know what, I'm a guitarist as well, so how about I switch to guitars, right? Everyone was up for it, and that meant that I switched from bass to guitar, and we needed a bassist. So I got my twin brother. He's not my twin brother.
Hello.
No, and we asked Manu to join because he's a great guitarist and bassist as well.
Yeah, I used to rehearse with my previous band in the same rehearsal space on Stortregn, and we started partying together. And when they needed a bass player, they knew I was a good party guy, so they took me.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Give me 3 seconds. Give me 3 seconds.
Okay.
You can discuss with these guys.
Sounds good. So you guys, aside from Manu, you came in on the last album, right? Or did you come in here?
No, I came to Emptiness Fills the Void.
Okay. You guys were on what was it, Non-Servium Records for a while. How did you guys hook up with them?
How did we hook up with Non-Servium Records?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I wasn't in the band.
No, basically, because we had done the touring cycle with Evocation of Light, and so after that, it was like, you know, we were with the French label Great Dane, and it was time to move on to a more, I suppose, more specific to our genre label, you know, a label that was more into old school melodic death metal, you know, and I think Non-Servium did a good job for us, basically, on that regard. So we did contact many other labels. We got different offers and so on, and Non-Servium had the most interesting one, and that basically brought us forward.
Alrighty, and now your latest one's on the Artisan era, which is a huge step up for you guys. I'm kind of surprised they're actually signing a band from Europe because they're based in the U.S. How did you get in contact with them?
Well, let's say that we've been following the Artisan era for quite some time, and I mean, you can already sense that on Emptiness Fills the Void and Impermanence, well, Emptiness Fills the Void, you can already sense that we're getting a bit more techie. Mm-hmm. Let's call it that way, and it's we're modernizing our sound. We're modernizing our sound. So we thought, you know, it's starting to be really appealing to have a modern sounding label as well. So we did contact a few other labels, but we really wanted to be with the Artisan era. and Romain did a tremendous job just getting everything right, having the contact with Malcolm and everything. Basically, at some point, Malcolm called Romain at like 4 a.m. Geneva time. Romain was sleeping. He's like, "Oh, okay, yes, I have to answer. This is important." And basically, it just rolled on through there, and we're really happy. And I think they've done a tremendous job.
Totally. Cheers to them.
Definitely, big up to them.
Cheers, yeah.
Now,
they actually did a super good job. Your first single, I think it was at like 5K streams on release day, and now your album's at like 10K. That's really good numbers, even for like big artists. So, like, fantastic. And you're sold out of the vinyl. Like, yeah, you're doing great.
No, I mean, what can I say? What can we say? You know, like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Definitely.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So,
it's an honor.
With your sound that encompasses so many other genres and such, what are some of your influences going into the current music?
Well, maybe I'll start with Romain and Johan, because they're not, unfortunately, they're not here. But Johan has he's a classical guitarist. He's a professional classical guitarist, and he has a lot of influences from that side. Being in the composing, in the overall aspect of the music, he has a really good touch for that.
So he like plays concert halls and stuff, or how does
oh
that
yeah, definitely. I do.
Really?
Well, once again, he's not here, but last year, no, 2019, that COVID didn't happen. 2020 did not exist.
Yeah, just the last year, just wash it away.
Exactly. In 2019, Johan won the GFA, the Guitar Foundation Award.
Okay.
Which is Guitar Foundation Award? GFA, yeah, I think that's it. And basically, it's a world reputed classical guitar competition that he won, and he actually won a big deal, a full professional classical guitar tour. Unfortunately, it's still pending due to COVID, but he'll be playing U.S., North America, basically Canada, U.S., and Mexico. He'll be touring, hopefully for him, next September onwards.
Alrighty. Hopefully, I'll be touring with you guys soon.
Oh, definitely. And then, well, I suppose maybe you want to talk about your influences as a Geneva jazz drummer.
As the Geneva.
Or are you too shy?
No, I'm shy.
Oh, he's shy. Come on.
Come on.
Nah, so, well, I'll let him correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be easier that way. No, basically, he's been playing with many different jazz projects in Geneva. He has a very fine touch with his hands. Very, very precise, I suppose, and it due to the experience that you have with the jazz environment, let's say, it's very, I suppose we can say organic style of playing.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it really adds a specific touch to the band. But I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I suppose, well, Manu and I, we have approximately same influences, but not exactly.
I like thrash.
Okay. Like Slayer and Sodom, and well, you're wearing a Sodom shirt, so yeah, Sodom.
That has nothing to do with my musical taste.
Okay.
And then for myself, everything before 1990, which is rock, metal, I'm in love with that.
All right,
I'm a big fan of old school. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I enjoy a lot of modern sounding bands and so on, but somehow I really get the
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, you got the sick poster back there.
No, I'm a big fan of Maiden. I'm a big fan of Priest. I'm a big fan of Sabbath. I'm really old school stuff. That's my game.
Well, it's weird. You guys are in a death metal band. Then y'all, none of y'all said death metal.
Are we?
Fuck. We messed up, guys.
But that's what brings a lot of
richness.
Yeah, that's what brings a lot of things in our music. It's because we all come from different places in the musical universe, and even though we like a lot of things, I think we all enjoy death metal and all its different subgenres.
Okay.
Yeah, because of course, I mean, as I said, we have all these different backgrounds and so on. But let's say that extreme metal is the common ground.
Alrighty, fair enough. What's the writing process like? Is someone mainly directing it, or are you guys bringing in different parts, seeing what sticks to the wall?
Well, usually, since I joined the band, it's been Johan and I who have done a big share of the composing. On Emptiness, Manu got Lawless out, which is a very, very big song. It's actually the first song that was released on from Emptiness, and I think that that was really important. But basically, it's Johanna and I. We trade riffs, we compose the songs, and so on. And once we're basically ready, because we compose on Guitar Pro. Because we rarely see each other, basically. I mean, we don't live that far apart. It's just it's just that we have so many different activities on the side that we rarely see each other.
Right.
So yeah, we compose on Guitar Pro. Oh, yo, Johan, check this out. I got a riff. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, show me your riff. Oh my god. It's a lot like that, and technically we invite input from everyone else. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That's the way it goes. Basically, we get the Guitar Pro out, we share it with the rest of the band. What do you think? Yes, no, and basically that's it.
Alrighty. Does Romain really write the? I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Is it Roman or Romain? What was it?
Romain.
Romain.
Good luck with that.
Okay, all right. We'll just go with that. Does he mainly do the lyrics, or do you guys have input on that?
It's been a bit tricky because his English is improving constantly, and he has ideas that he puts on paper and so on, and we try to build around it sometimes. Sometimes it's Johan who comes up with the lyrics. Sometimes I do. I don't remember. You did
For Emptiness, I think.
Yeah, for Emptiness, Manu had a few lyrics going on as well. What else? And we try to build around. I think
we trade ideas.
Okay. Lyrics about here seem to be about like frailty of humanity. Is that about right? Talking about massive like space beasts and shit. Like,
well, it's more than the frailty of humanity. It's more the way I see it is the non-importance of the human at a universal scale.
Right.
It's more in that sense. Well, I suppose you can link it to frailty of humanity.
Right. A lot of like Lovecraftian type of imagery.
Yeah, but more like really, I think really emptiness and the fact that we are nothing. We are a pale blue dot in the universe. I don't think we go too much through monsters and everything.
Yeah,
more of the emptiness of the universe and the absurdity of our being.
Right. Yeah, just like how we're insignificant on the grand scale of things.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Your last song on this album, Nini? I don't know. Nini. Okay.
Nini.
It looks like it was taken from a book or something by René Dumas.
Exactly. It's not a book. It's a poem.
Oh,
it's a poem. René Dumas. He was a 19th century poet, French poet, who wrote many quite, let's call it, brutal poems that really actually depict the rotting of the human, the insignificance of it, and yeah, it's Johan found this poem, and he's like, yeah, I think we should really write a song with it.
That's awesome. And, I can't speak French, but is there like a storyline involved in it, or what's it about?
It's very descriptive. It's I had translated it a few months ago. I don't have the translation right now.
Okay.
But it's very descriptive of the human, the beauty of the rotting flesh, basically.
Alrighty, that sounds pretty brutal, man. So your Bandcamp says this was produced by you and Vladimir Cochet. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Okay, Cochet.
You did it right.
So he mixed and mastered you guys then, or how did that work out?
Yeah. So basically, Vladimir, he's been the sixth member. We can consider him almost the sixth member of Stortregn, basically.
Okay. It looks like he's been doing like all your stuff, basically, at least from Evocation of Light.
No, even before. Really? Yeah, Uncreation as well.
Nice.
Uncreation as well.
So you must have like it must be like a home away from home whenever you go to the studio.
Definitely. No, and he's an amazing person, really, because on top of being a producer and so on, he has his 3 one-man projects. You might have heard of them: Mirror Throne, Weeping Birth, and Unholy Matrimony.
I haven't actually. I need to check them out.
Well, amazing stuff. He does. As I said, on top of being a good producer, he's an amazing composer and musician as well.
Okay. Cool. He pushes you guys to like your limit in the studio, or is he more of a hands-off guy?
Oh yeah, especially on Impermanence. Well, when that time was really a trying time. But with his advice, with his because although he pushes us to the limit, he's always very calm, very encouraging as well. So it's great. Working with him is great. Really, I can only thank him, and well, yeah, basically.
Cheers to him.
Cheers to him, man.
Cheers to him. Who did your artwork? I've got the cover up on the stream right now. Who did your art?
So for Impermanence, we worked with an Italian painter called Paolo Girardi. I might be mispronouncing his name, but
Paolo Girardi.
Girardi, ma.
Gotta get the Italian hands going.
Italian fans will correct me and what the fuck. Now, I in all honesty, I didn't know much about Paolo Girardi before we contacted him. Johan and Romain. I don't think you were involved with the artwork, were you?
No.
It's Johan and Romain. They were looking for different artists because I think it's really important to have a good artist portraying our album, basically. Right. And the way we went through with it is that we had 3 songs that were approximately mixed. So during that time, we commissioned Paolo to do our artwork. We send him the 3 songs first, and then later on we send him the rest of the album. But we like to keep things really vague when we give the description to the artist. Like very
just
basic.
Kind of let them do their thing.
Exactly. We send them the lyrics. We send them the songs. We send, if need be, if he asks for them, if the painter asks for them, we'd send him the tabs. We'd be ready to give him anything, so that he can basically get through with the music, understand the music, and interpret it his way.
Okay. And so is this a real painting then?
Yeah. Yeah. Every album cover since Evocation of Light is a real painting that has been done by a real painter, and that there is a real physical copy of it somewhere.
Tell me that you own the copies.
No way.
Oh, God.
I would love to own the copies, but one day.
I think Evocation of Light is in a museum.
The original painting of Evocation of Light is in a museum.
Or at least it was in an exhibition. I don't remember.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, Evocation of Light was done by Necrolord. Oh yeah, definitely. Classic. The same Necrolord who did all the Emperors.
I was gonna say it totally looks like in the Night Side Eclipse or whatever that one was called.
Exactly, Dissection. He did all of them, you know. So I think that's one of the reasons why the Evocation of Light has a, let's call it, classic status to it. That's the way I see it, at least as someone who was not part of the record, who was not part of the recording composition process. I see it as an external, and I think Evocation of Light has really attained this classic album status.
So you guys also did some visualizers. Did he do the visualizers for you?
Visualizers,
like lyric videos and such?
The lyric videos? No. They've been done by other artists, like Yod Music Video, I think, something like that. And the guy from 2B Creations.
2B Creations. That's he's the one working with Artisan Era. He's been doing the lyric videos for them.
Okay.
And
he did a really good job. Like, this is actually what caught my eye first, was the lyric video for what was it called? And I lost it in my notes. There you go, Cosmos Eater. That's the thing that really caught my eye. He did a really good job with that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Definitely.
I'm actually playing it right now.
Enjoy it. Speaking of Cosmos Eater, I think it's really important to note that Cosmos Eater was co-written by a good friend of ours, André Merlin, for it's easier, just Merlin. He's a good guy. He's an amazing guy.
Dude, he's a wizard.
Oh, he's more than a wizard.
He's a guitar wizard.
No, and basically Merlin is quite close to the band, because a few years ago we had a tour that was planned with Immolation, Full of Hell, and the Monument of Misanthropy.
Jeez, that's awesome.
No, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. And unfortunately, last minute decision, I couldn't make the tour.
Oh, that sucks.
Tell me about it. One day I'll give you all the private details and everything. It was hell. But basically, I couldn't make the tour, and I asked Merlin, would you be able to replace me for the tour? And he did the tour. You guys were there, so you know how well he did. But he did a tremendous job. He clicked with the band and everything. And one day he approached us. He's like, "Yo, guys, I got this song that." No, it's not even a riff. He's like, "I got this song for you guys. Take it if you want it. Don't use it if you don't want it. Whatever." And it was a killer riffs everywhere. But Johan reworked the song with him to make it Stortregn, basically. To make it Stortregn.
Yeah.
And basically Cosmos Eater is co-written by Merlin and Johan.
Yeah.
Cheers to him.
Cheers to him.
Are y'all considering adding a third guitarist then? Bringing him in?
No. So on the
be the Iron Maiden of death metal.
That's the main objective. Give it a few years. I'm sure we'll get there. But basically, on this song, Merlin did a guest solo as well. He co-wrote it, and he did. We thought it would be very appropriate for him to do a guest solo. So the last solo that you hear on the song is Merlin playing.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
So looking at this, you've got like this. I don't know if it's a creature or something. What's going on in the actual artwork?
You'll have to ask Paolo.
Exactly. I mean, we as I said, we gave him very loose guidelines, and he interpreted the album, and we have our own interpretation of what that creature is.
Well, tell me.
And
what is it?
It'll be up to you to decide what's your interpretation of it.
Okay. Do you think that these things could actually be out there? What's the percentage chance of this exists? Think there's things out there eating planets?
I didn't get the question. Can you come again?
Do you think that there's creatures out in the universe eating planets and stuff?
I'm sure there are. Whether it's creatures, whether it's other planets, whether it's black holes, there definitely is something eating planets.
Okay. So you think is this a black hole to you then? Is this what you'd consider a black hole?
Maybe.
Alrighty, I like it. You guys also did a music video for Multi-Layered Chaos. We got playing right now. Whose idea was it to put this together?
It's our good friend Vladimir Cochet.
Okay.
Still the same.
The sixth member.
Yeah, and once again, on top of being a producer, good musician, he's dabbling with videos and he's doing wonders as well. So.
Alrighty, so y'all were just out walking around the forest one day and decided to pick up a camera, or how did you decide on that?
We can put it that way. It's because if you look at it, there are like two different sceneries in the album, in the video. Sorry, you got really the live stage and so on, and you got the forest, and the forest is not too far from his place. It just snowed. It was just perfect weather. It was freezing, if I remember.
You remember well.
And no, it was. I think it represents quite well with the idea of the song and the feeling, the cold, the brutality, the.
Boy, it looks awesome. I saw a Facebook post showing pics of you guys with pig's blood on you, like in shows. When did you start doing that, and do you still do that?
We never did that.
It's
No.
it's a lie.
Oh, okay.
Those never happened.
Like for real, or because it says that you guys used to do that.
No, we did. I'd say it's we're still looking for the imagery of the group, the live image that we want to give. Since our music is quite based in black metal and so on, it sort of made sense at some point. But then we released Emptiness. It started to fade away. We're like, is it worth it? Maybe not. It doesn't communicate who we are. It doesn't communicate our music properly. Is it worth it to keep it? We decided it's not worth it.
I kind of agree. You guys have kind of gotten away from that older sound. Was it actual pig's blood though, or was this fake?
Real.
Jesus
Real.
Christ, dude! It must have smelled
Unfortunately,
like, so
it was
bad.
real.
Did y'all end up like throwing up afterwards or anything like that?
So
I probably would have.
we can say that.
Pink eyes. Pink eyes.
No, let's say that first time is gross.
Second time is gross.
17th
gross.
millionth time is gross.
But that 18th millionth time, you're used to it. It's all good.
No, we never really got used to it. I mean, I suppose some of us did. I will not name names. I will not give out any names. But I'll just say that the last time we put it, it was a very funny experience. I mean, it was a small gig in a small place in Geneva, and the place basically we had this old stuff lying around. It's been here for a few months. It was we opened the bottle and the bottle went psh.
Okay.
And
and the public went, okay. Let's get out of this place.
Basically, we emptied the hall in like 2 minutes, and the owner of the club came in the middle of the set. Yo, you guys gotta stop! You gotta stop! And we're like, oh no, fuck you, bomb! We kept on.
He literally was looking for a dead animal on the backstage, and it was our fucking blood.
It was the backstage that in itself that smelled bad, you know.
What's the logistics of this? So like, you just bring a big bottle of it with you, and then just like douse yourselves before y'all played, or how does that work?
Well, depends who's putting it on.
Okay.
Let's say I was never a big fan of it, so I usually just took the minimum just to get the face. Let's call it face painting. And with the long hair and everything, it just the hair was a windshield wiper. So by the end of the first song, there was nothing left. So whatever, I just do it. Okay, yes, I'll do it just by principle.
Dude, that's crazy.
We can say so.
So, what has your best show been so far? I know you guys have done a lot.
The first one we did without blood.
Yes.
No, but I think we've had several great shows. I mean, especially since we arrived at different times. We've been. I think Johan and Romain might say that their best gig was somewhere in Cuba. They were part of the first European bands to play in Cuba.
Really? That's awesome.
They were the first one.
They were the first one. Okay,
the first European metal band playing in Cuba.
Wow, when was this?
This was 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Something around that time.
So this is before you guys joined?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, then for me, I have two very specific shows that I remember very clearly. It's of course Wacken.
Okay.
In 2015, that was I'd been going to the festival every year, and you know, like it was an amazing experience to be on the other side of the barrier.
Right.
To be on the artist side, it was like.
How many people did you play to?
Yes.
You think?
Say what?
How many people do you think you played to?
I think the maximum capacity of the tent was maybe 8,000, but I'd say we at least 4,000. At least 4,000 people were there. That was.
I was in the crowd.
All right.
It was amazing. It was very cool.
Dude, that must be a crazy feeling, man, to just be able to play on like the stage you've been like coveting for so long.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was still the small stage. Now we're aiming for the big stage, you know. But we'll see how far that goes. And then the second show that I really remember was in 2017. We had an Eastern European tour. The beginning didn't go really well. We had problems here and there. In Poland, we had a little brat who was doing the promotion and didn't go really too well with him either. So we had to cancel a few shows. It was terrible. And then we arrived to Berlin, and Berlin we were afraid it's going to be like the rest of the tour. It's the guy didn't even start promotion yet. This guy, the owner of the club, he started the promotion on the same day that we had the gig.
What?
The place was packed.
That's crazy.
The place was packed. It was crazy.
It was amazing.
It was an amazing gig, really. And everything went so smoothly. We get there. They're like, "Oh, here, have a case of beer."
Of local beer.
Local beer.
Nice.
And
it must be good beer coming from Germany too.
Say what?
It's probably good beer coming from Germany, right?
It hit the spot perfectly.
Was this just you guys out on your own, or were you on a package? So
we were on tour with Stortregn and Broken Head, so Manu was playing 2 gigs every night. Broken Head, you were the lead singer and guitarist for Broken Head. Broken Head.
Dude, that must have sucked, man. Every night playing 2 full sets.
That was very, very cool. Very cool. Very tiresome, but very, very cool.
That's awesome. What would you say your worst show was?
The one before.
The night before on that same tour, we played in Poland.
Oh, fuck!
And that was a terrible show, basically.
We had to pay the beers.
They didn't give you free beer? What?
No, but and the guy was this promoter, well, whatever you can call him, rat ass face, or I don't know.
Yeah, rat dick.
Rat dick face. Rat dick. Well, he looked like a rat dick, like, well, what can I say?
Yeah, sorry, man. It's like that. He fucking played Diablo.
Yeah. Oh my god. They had their PS3 hooked up on a big screen, and while we were doing our gigs,
in front of no one,
and there was one person who came. There was one person who came.
He was playing video games while you guys were playing?
Yeah. So no, very bad experience, and yeah.
Dude,
I'll not recommend the place. Oh yeah,
8 out of 10.
No, I'm negative 8 out of 10.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, it was crazy because then of course the evening went really bad as well. I mean, no, the evening itself was okay, and we just parked next to the hotel. Like we couldn't find a space. And we were like, okay, you know what? This looks like okay. Look, cars are parked here. And there's an empty space. Just go there. Awesome. We found a space right next to the hotel. Perfect. Next morning, we had our wheel was clamped, and we found out that we parked on a police car place right in front of the police station.
Jesus, that sucks.
And so then that day we were leaving for Berlin. We were like, oh no, come on. The tour has been so bad until now. we can't expect more. Come on, have mercy, And basically we got a fine. We had to pay the fine. Luckily the fine was very small, so we managed to do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're talking too much, but
No, you're good.
Basically, the police guy came. He unclamped the wheel. He gave us the fine. And he was like, "Yeah, get lost." And we had to be on our way because we were going to Berlin.
Did you have to cancel any shows because of that?
Not because of the wheel. Not because of earlier we had a van problem, so we canceled 2 shows and we arrived really late for the 3rd show.
Yeah, this tour was Spinal Tap. You know, everything went wrong.
Dude, that's terrible. What's the weirdest place you played? Like in the past, I've had a band play for 5th graders at an elementary school. We had a band playing in a ice cream parlor. What's the weirdest place you guys have played?
I don't think we've played in so weird places.
Forest Fest.
No, that is still a festival, music festival, but it's yeah. I don't think we had that many extreme encounters in that sense.
Okay.
We've always had standard places. Okay, I think we can say that the weirdest place was this gig in Poland, once again.
Okay. Yeah, with the guy playing video games on the side, I can see that.
Exactly. Yeah, I suppose we could say that. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, it was in a big heated tent, and the bar was a big heated tent. Well,
Okay.
heated, I'm not even sure about that. But yeah, I think we've been quite lucky in that regards. We haven't played in 2 weird places yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Have you guys come to America before?
As a band, no, we haven't.
Okay. You got any plans to do that?
Once again.
You got any plans
what?
to do that? You have any plans to come to America?
Plans we have.
Well, plans we have them.
We
Plans we have them. Now are they doable plans? For the time being, it might be a bit tough.
Okay.
Especially, COVID is. How's the COVID situation in the U.S.? I suppose many people are getting vaccinated, and
I've seen some bands starting to do shows. Like I think the first big one I know about is like in July or something, and there's like festivals being planned in the fall and stuff. There's a couple other tours being announced, so starting to get back to normal.
Cool, perfect. Well, who knows? Knock on wood. Soon we'll come to the States. We've been saying this for years, and I just hope one day we will actually be able to come.
I'm sure you could with this last album. How well y'all have been doing. Like it's a no-brainer. You guys are gonna come at some point. Do you have any tour plans, like period, in place yet, or is it more just like waiting and see what's gonna happen first?
Well, I think unfortunately we're waiting to see how the situation evolves.
Yeah, in Europe the situation is still really bad. And there's still no.
J'allume juste la lumière.
Okay. There's still no festivals scheduled. And so for the moment there's nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got some single gigs.
Yeah, we have some single gigs, but no tours.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's your first gig coming up? Oh, when's that one happening?
Well, we had our first gig that was planned for this coming Friday, so
I guess that's
tomorrow,
not happening then.
That's not happening. The second gig was supposed to happen on Saturday. That's not happening. So we're in June. Hopefully, we'll be having gigs, but it's still hard to predict.
I got you.
Unfortunately, we have to stick to what we're allowed to do.
Yeah, sounds good. I got a random question. Ask every band this: how do you dress your hot dogs?
With my mouth.
How do I dress my hot dogs?
Yeah. What do you put on your hot dog?
Everything. If everything I have, I'll just put it on.
Alrighty. I like it.
What about you?
Cheese.
The cheese?
He's a cheese hot dog man.
Alrighty, I like it. Like nacho cheese or like shredded cheese? What were we talking about?
Every cheese.
All the cheese.
All of it. Gotcha. What about you, Manu?
I remember the Vakken hot dogs.
Ooh, yeah, with the relish and the dried onions and the fried onions
and the cornichon and the
pickles.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds good.
German hot dogs.
Well, speaking of Germany, you guys are going to be putting out a beer at some point. Tell me about it.
So we're still in the experimental phase, but basically we partnered up with this one of the I'd say Geneva's leading brewery, and I could arguably I'd consider it Switzerland's best artisanal brewery. We're partnering up with them to do a special Stortregn beer, based on our album, based on our taste, based on what we like. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be releasing the let's call it the first experimental batch to see how people react to it. Most likely they're going to love it.
We will.
We do. We will. That's clear.
Please don't buy our beers.
No. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Leave them to us.
Buy our beer. No. The big issue is that for the time being, it's going to be exclusively in Geneva or Switzerland.
Okay.
It will not cross borders yet. But as I said, we are working with an artisanal brewery, so it's very local, and because in the States you guys are used to the microbrewery being actually quite big, in the European standards, whereas the Swiss standards for artisanal breweries are quite small, actually, like really, really small. It's I think how much?
Local.
Yeah, it's local and at the scale of Geneva. Geneva, we have 400,000 people living here, so there's just so many breweries that can exist.
Right. What kind of beer is it?
It's going to be a double IPA that will be tinted with chilies.
That's really interesting. So it's spicy.
It's going to be smoky and spicy, but I don't know. Should we start telling which chilies and which spices we put?
Of course.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think we can. So basically, we did a mix of 3 different chilies. Well, 2 different chilies and green pepper.
Okay.
Like literally fresh green pepper.
That sounds like it's gonna be good, man.
Oh, well, in all honesty, in all modesty, it's going to be amazing.
I've never had a beer that's been like infused with chilies and stuff before.
No, I can only recommend it.
Okay. If somebody from like the US or whatever wanted to get it, are we able to order it, or is it just strictly local?
I'd have to check with the brewery itself, but you guys would have to come to Switzerland.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But if someone does come to Switzerland, hit us up. We'll hook you up with the brewery.
And we have good cheese.
Oh, cheese and beer, you can't go wrong with that.
So you guys are kind of blowing up right now. You got 10K streams on Spotify release day and 5K for your first single. Do you have any advice for bands trying to get to the point where you're at?
We are looking for some advice now.
Sign up to our season Europe.
No, I'm in no position to give any advice, but I just say stick to your guns, do what you believe in, and that's
Practice.
all. Practice.
Yeah.
Practice. Yeah. Basically, that's about it. Because ourselves, we're still looking for advice, how to go about it, and so on. So.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, you guys are doing really well, though. Like, you've been on, like you said, you toured with Immolation and Full of Hell and such. Like, you're in a pretty good spot with your career so far.
I think the name of the game is patience and really believing in what you do, because Stortgren is almost 15 years old.
Right.
And we are only right now to 10Ks. So we really had to believe in ourselves during all these years and really sticking to what we love doing to come to where we are now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You guys got you had some vinyl which is sold out. Congrats on that being sold out. You guys also got like shirts and CDs. Let's see if I can bring up a couple images of this. You have anything that you could show off for us?
Well, look, get the album. I'll see if I can find the shirt somewhere.
Okay, for the viewers, he's looking through his dirty laundry.
No, I can't find it. No, it has to be here somewhere.
On doit montrer ça.
Montrez l'album, les gars. Montrez l'album.
It's coming.
Okay, I'm showing off a couple of images from your Bandcamp.
Yeah, because we are really professionals. So we still have the... Can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to sell our stuff here.
Go for it.
So we still have our CDs on stock through Artisan Era or our own Bandcamp via Europe.
Nice and fancy. I like the slipcase.
Sorry?
I like the slipcase. It's nice and fancy.
Yeah, sure. We still have Emptiness Fills the Void in CD.
Alrighty.
Oh, there you go.
And
Evocation of Light LPs.
CDs too.
CDs too.
Nice.
Cassettes? No.
No, we don't have any cassettes anymore.
Shit.
But, big news.
The last one.
We have the Nenny t-shirts.
The what shirt?
Nenny.
Oh, for the last song.
track of the album.
Okay.
Nenny t-shirt.
That's sick.
Can you see it properly?
Yeah. Looks good. It's like a zombie on the front.
Exactly, and it's basically it was done by a French artist from.
Yeah, a French artist.
Yeah, who basically interpreted the lyrics again, and everything, most of the things that you see on the design of the shirt, you'll find them in the lyrics.
Oh, it's
if you understand French.
So like I said,
you translate or DeepL, it's going to work out fine.
So like I said, you guys are sold out of the vinyl. Do you have any new variants coming in?
Not in the close future. We'll see. Maybe down the line we'll release new variants coming up. I can't guarantee that.
Okay.
I can't guarantee. I love it, but we'll see how it goes.
Alrighty. So what was the last album you listened to? Album, song, it could be whatever.
Tell us, Sam.
Doesn't have to be metal related or anything.
No,
just like what the very last thing you listened to was.
Just gave a drum lesson, so he listened to.
Alrighty, that's fair.
I'll say that I think the last thing we listened to, I listened to Toto.
Okay.
There's this song called Mama that's mwah. It's really smooth, very punchy, very awesome. I can only recommend it from their album Hydra.
Alrighty. Only one I know by them. They're the ones that did Africa, right?
Exactly.
The rain's down in Africa. What about you, Manu?
What did I listen to? Fuck. I listen to Santanger, okay? I don't mind.
What?
Fuck you, man. I don't care.
You like that snare drum for real?
What about your albums of the year, either for last year or up to this point this year?
In all honesty, I'm not okay. I'll be honest. I'm so late on the album of the year. I'm still on 2017.
Okay, that's fair. I actually get that response a lot, that people don't really listen to like a lot of the new stuff coming out.
And I think the biggest discovery I had in 2017 must have been the
1988 live from Deep Purple.
No, Oliver, who used to do black metal, who's completely switched to some sort of ambient rock, we could say.
Yeah.
The assassination of Julius Caesar by Oliver was a very big discovery.
Alrighty.
But that's I'm still late. I'm very late.
You other guys have answers?
Yeah, I listened to Hell Reaper. I don't know if you know them. I don't fucking remember the name of the album. It's the Affairs of the Poison, something like that. It's a one-man band from, I think, Europe. I don't remember where. And it's black thrash. It's very, very cool.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Cool.
What about you, Samuel?
Tell us.
Dude hasn't said anything for the whole interview. Come on. What you got? What's your album of the year?
Yeah, for this year, I'm just looking for the next Hannes Grossman solo album, but it's not released yet. There is just the first single is already out, and I'm looking for the album. And I think it's gonna be my album of this year, because Hannes Grossman is one of the best metal drummer.
Right. He's a freaking god. And the single's really good too.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's about all I had to talk about. If you guys had anything else you wanted to bring up.
I think we're good for the time being. I can, if anything, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported us until now, who's been buying the album, listening to the album, enjoying us, and thanks so much. That's all I can say, really.
Hell yeah. So if you're looking for a fresh take on death metal, you should check out Impermanence, the new album from Stortregn, which dropped back in March through the Artisan era. You can find you guys on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Bandcamp. You're also on all the streaming websites. Are there any plugs I'm missing?
We're hesitating to get on TikTok.
Dude, I've been wondering about that too.
Well, it's I have no idea what is TikTok. How does it work? Who knows? Maybe you in the future you'll find us on TikTok as well.
Check it out. I think it will be very awkward.
Seeing you guys do a couple of dances, I like it. Connecting with the Zoomers.
Oh my god.
As for me, drop my channel follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and streaming services, as well as some exclusive emotes. You can also sub for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you like the video, please drop a like, tickle the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. And check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatenscreation.bandcamp.com. My next guest is Denmark-based noise rock band Hiraki. Join us this Sunday the 23rd at 12 p.m. Central right here at twitch.tv/thecast@inscreation for the live cast. Thank y'all for being here. Hope you had a good time.
Definitely. Thanks for having us. Absolutely. You guys were great. And thank you for watching and listening.